Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to predict the major features that are going to appear in FM20. Now, I did a video last week talking about my Football Manager 20 wish list, but it was kind of like everything I'd love to see improve in the game. I talked about lots of stuff that very unlikely to sort of reappear or be fixed or be improved in the next couple of years. I'm going to guess what the major I'm going to make a brave call as well. I'm going to guess what the major features are going to be this year. We're going to talk through it a little bit as well. So, yeah, make sure if you're new to the channel, subscribe and all that good stuff. Tons planned for FM20. First off, the release date. Now, it's not a big call to say early November because it's always early November. I'm just going to check the days of the week. What would be a good day to release it on? I'm going for... Let's go early November on a Friday. Let's go for a Friday. Friday the 8th of November. By the way, I've got no information, okay? No inside information. I'm going to guess 8th of November 2019 is the release date. Now, let's have a look at the current game to see. There's usually, obviously in FM20, they're going to do lots of little improvements. You know, there's always tons of little tweaks here and there, some really nice stuff, some stuff we don't care about, all that good stuff. But there's usually one main area of the game they focused on. But if we look at the various section, the dynamics was done a couple of years ago with the hierarchy and the social groups and all that sort of stuff. There could be minor improvements to that, but I don't think that's a massive thing. Obviously, this new tactics screen is very new. So, yes, tweaks, but nothing major. Team report's not really a thing. A staff, I don't really see. Training was obviously very new as well, so that's just going to get tweaks. Medical center is new. So we're running out of big improve. I was trying to work out how I was going to do what I was going to actually predict for FM20. And as I sort of went through the different sections, I'm like, I can't really find anywhere that's not been updated relatively recently. Like I said, everything's going to get tweaks and stuff, but I'm talking about a big thing for this year. So I was like, okay, but the trainers new, the staff's new, the team. So I almost don't believe it myself. Maybe it's more the hope than expectation. But I think a big part of FM20, I'm going to say it. Maybe if I believe it, it'll come true. Is going to be the match engine. The thing, I'm in a weird, this makes no sense. I don't think it's going to be an FM20. I think it's coming in the next couple of years. A big update to the match, not tweaks and new animation stuff. I'm talking a big update to the match engine. But I can't think of anything else that's going to drastically change. They're not going to redo loads of this stuff that they've recently redone. Just going to get tweaks and stuff. So I'm left with my only option for a big change to this year's game being the 3D match engine. And now I'm not suggesting the match engine's going to get, it's going to look like FIFA 18 or something amazing like that or anything. I'm not suggesting that. But what I would love to see is a real focus on a couple of things. I'm predicting, and this one I'm more sure about, is that stadiums get a revamp. There needs to be a ton more sort of just graphics. Because if anyone from Sports Interactive is watching, not every football ground has a giant football in the corner and some picnic benches. Not every football ground is also next to a multi-storey car park. And I think, and it wouldn't take the most work, especially for the sort of surrounding area where you see either like green fields or just grey concrete or you see houses and stuff. I think they could do a lot more work. Like, is it too much to ask for corners in grounds, in football stadiums? There's just a distinct lack of corners. And I think that is a really nice area they could go to because it would make a big difference to the way, because I like getting involved in the games. And when I go to Anfield, it'd be cool if it looked like Anfield. I'm not talking about perfectly replicated stadiums because that's a shit ton of work and that means individual graphics for each thing. I just think it needs a ton more work. There needs to be, like, let's say, 20 varieties of corners, bits of stadium, corner stands, and lots more variety of graphical objects like burger vans and giant footballs and picnic benches, and just to mix it up a bit. Like, you get so excited when your team declares they're building a new stadium, and then it's like a shithole with no corners, a random big screen somewhere in our 2,000-seater stadium, and beach balls, a little outbuilding that has no actual access to it, that sort of thing. If they added a ton more assets to the game, just simple graphical assets, like, that can't take much of work. Like, just replace the ball with maybe an umbrella, or, you know, just simple things. I think that could be a decent change to the game, and making lots more options for stadiums so they look a bit more individual rather than like blanket stadium number 3. You couldn't tell the difference between that and 50 other stadiums. So I'm going to say, in FM20, along with all the tweaks and little improvements that they always make and stuff like that, I think there's going to be big emphasis on the graphics engine, and there will be more animations, and maybe the actual look of the players and stuff will improve a bit. But I think it'll be a big overhaul on what the actual outside of the football pitch looks like, which I'm all for. I think that's a massive improvement. Maybe improvement to the fans and to the people attending the game and stuff, so it looks a bit more realistic, and there's not like two types of dude. Fat bloke in a yellow shirt, thin bloke going like that. You know, more options, because it can't take the most work to... I'm no expert, but especially with the 2D graphics that are in a lot of it, like a picnic bench, like just some variations on that sort of stuff. So I'm going to say they're going to make a big emphasis, and maybe, depending on, because obviously licensing is a big part of this game, maybe like some of the leagues where they have the licenses and stuff, there is a couple of proper good stadiums that look exactly like they are. They've replicated a couple and stuff like that. I don't think, and I agree with SI on this, there'll ever be a stadium producer, a stadium builder. As much fun as it was in, was it FIFA Manager and other games, to design your own stadium, and it was. I'd love to have it, but I understand from this is Direct Football Manager, therefore, football, I was randomly thinking of a Football Manager, and I went with David Moyes. So I don't think Gollum has any say in what a stadium looks like. But I think they make a big emphasis on all the stuff around the stadium and that side of things to bring that up to par and make that look a lot better. Like, when you see over you've got a little stadium and you see behind it, and it's pretty plain as either houses or a car park or a field or whatever, or multi-story car park. And even then, the resolution on those graphics is horrendous. So I think massive improvement to that. Lots of improvement in-game, maybe more so than normal. Lots more animations. Improved goalkeepers, for the love of God. I'm never going to predict that because I'll jinx it or something like that. So I'm going to say that this year's FM20 is the big feature for this year's FM20 is a massive graphical improvements to the stadium and all that stuff around it, and also bits inside the match engine on the actual football pitch as well. I don't think it'll be a new engine, but I think that's the main feature, as long as all the other stuff and everything like that. So in the comments below, get out your, palm reading skills or your tarot cards, or read your star sign and predict what FM20's big feature, not what you want it to be, but what you think it's going to be. Put it in the comments what you think, so you can, because then, when it all gets revealed in a month's time, you can act all smug and go, yeah, I said that. I said it was going to be improvements to the giant footballs. So let me know in the comments what you reckon it is. I'm going for graphical improvements. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm going for it. I'm being brave. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure anytime there's some FM20 news, I'll be making a video on it so we get all the information out there and stuff, so discussing it. So make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm interested to read some comments. There's probably an area of the game that I've not even considered that's an improvement. Managing under 21 teams and under 23 teams. Other than that, I don't know. It's got to be graphics improvements. The rest of the game's really good. Right, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.